We launched Propel, right? Which Propel is our monthly current revenue. We have options for it too. It's 6 months and annual, right? Used to just be monthly. Everybody, we probably started monthly and annual. Used to be monthly and annual. Then it was monthly, 6 months and annual because we always testing, right? We testing. So if you want to be successful, especially with online and stuff like that, or just business general, you got to test. So if we had this program, let's call it Propel, that we wanted to get people into, and we said, okay, we're going to get people into Propel. The first thing we needed, right? Well, I'm going to go follow my own method. First thing I needed was staff, because I needed somebody that could be focused on it, because it wasn't going to be me, right? So I had to go out and say, all right, we need a program coordinator. First, it's a program coordinator. Then it was a program manager once the program grew a little bit more. But we needed somebody whose eyes and ears are on that program, on that community, making it happen, right? So right now, that is our program manager, Deborah, who's over manning the Zoom. Deborah, wave your hand so everybody can see. Right, Propel people, y'all know Deborah? All right, right. So we need somebody like on the team that can be responsible for connecting, answering questions, making sure the content gets recorded, making sure the content go what it is, making sure, hey, like, these are great resources that the people would need. This is my recommendation for the people want. This is my recommendation for who we should get to bring in for training. She may manage the people getting in for the trainings and, coordinate with the video team to make sure the content gets created, all that type of stuff, right? Literally managing the program. So first we needed somebody that can get their hands on it and focus on it. You ain't gonna make a whole lot of money on nothing that somebody ain't focusing on. And your job as CEO is to get to a level where you're not the one primarily responsible for focusing on everything. If you are, you'll always be a bottleneck in actually being able to grow and scale that. So the other thing we needed, right, is we needed some type of lead generation. Because like I said, we needed new people that we could always put in front of it and get into it, knowing that we're not going to put 100 people in front of it, 100 people not going to buy it, right? So we need quantities, we need mass, we need to grow it up. So the first thing we did an online challenge. How many of y'all been in one of our TSP online challenges by show of hands? I love it. Look at all them people. So we did an online challenge, and this might have been 2021 or something like that, maybe late 2020, something like that. We did an online challenge. And we did it, and we might have made the equivalent like 10,000 recurring monthly, right? Like 10Ks, we sold enough people, it's gonna be like $10,000 a month for current monthly. So we got like a decent sized business, right? So that 10K is cool, but it ain't covering payroll, let's just say that. But what it gave me is a glimpse that we might be onto something and we could do more. Somebody say more. So then once I say, okay, we can do more, I said, all right, we need to focus our attention on this thing. Now, too many people, right, when they see an opportunity, they never actually focus their attention on it, so it never growing or not. So I said, all right, let's do another challenge. Let's do it bigger. Let's put more focus on it. Let's try to make it better, and let's focus on how we can increase conversions. Remember earlier, Janice talked about those different levers, right? We started pulling the levers. How can we get in front of more people? How can we get more people converted into actually signing up? How can we get more people to actually watch? How can we get the people to watch into the actual program? Because we know the program can begin to change their business and their lives. Make sense? So for us, we needed a mechanism for lead generation. Like I said, that was our online challenges. And online challenges don't necessarily just have to be for education companies like us. We got a bunch of product businesses that have done online challenges. So different ways, right? But it could be a challenge, it could be a summit, it could be a webinar, it could be just straight ads, depending on what it is, right? What you're selling and how you're selling it. It could be events, it could be a million different things. But the point is you need some type of way to generate leads. Everybody with me? So then, all right, we got somebody to watch it, pay attention to it. Then we got a way to get people into it. Once we get people into it, then we had to get focused on, all right, we did this, right? So here's another hack. Y'all want a hack? All right, so we might have been doing like 10K monthly current, something like that. But as soon as I realized, like, hey, we did that first challenge, got to 10K, that wasn't going to rock the world for us. But what I said is instantly, we might be on to something. And my goal immediately became, I need to do enough challenges or challenges that are big enough to get us to 84K. Or it's 83,333, but I just call it 84. If I get to 84K monthly, what does that get me? $1 million profit center. Now I'm what they call $1 million run rate. So if I could get to $84K a month, right? For us, it's a $100 program, right? So a month, essentially, but you got annual and stuff like that. But let's just say $100 a month. $100 a month, if I get 840 people into it, I'm making $84K a month in the program. I'm making $84K a month in the program. I'm cresting over $1 million a year for that one profit center. So then all the focus in that program became to doing what? I need 840 people. This is the business behind the business. Y'all mind hearing about the business behind the business? Don't be offended. I didn't want to be one of those 840. I didn't know that's what you were doing. Somebody didn't join offended, but hey. I told you one of the benefits of TSP is we actually do what we teach. So I'm showing you how we do it, because guess what? If I did it, what? You can do it too. So most of y'all don't mind, right? All right. Should I keep going? All right. So then the goal was all about getting to that 840. So then we were doing quarterly challenges, but we need to do them bigger. So we started doing bigger promotion, bigger ad spend, right? Spending more on ads to get the ads in front of more people. With those ads, I now had CAC. CAC is customer acquisition costs that I could factor into it. But along with my CAC, my customer acquisition costs we talked about earlier, it was something else we need to track, LTV, which is lifetime value. Y'all sound smart up in here, boy. I need some more local people that work to come to the Starbucks and hear y'all out. CAC, LTV. Mastermind be full of people. Like, why everybody in the mastermind work in Alpharetta? Got an Alpharetta chapter. Could ask that brother, he got some co-workers. All right, so we had a CAC, right? So we acquiring people, we paying for leads, because even though we got a community of 40,000 people on Facebook, all 40,000 people ain't getting to a challenge every time. And even if they did, we burn them out, right? There's only so many times they're going to take the challenge. Well, I don't know. Because how many of y'all done that challenge more than 3 times? I was about to say, it's only so many times they're going to do it, actually. We're doing some good stuff so people come back time and time again. But still, you can burn out your audience, right? So we always got to get new leads and new people in, so it's a cost to acquire. We're looking at lifetime value. We first started Propel, the length that people stayed in the program, right, which was basically a lifetime value too, was on average what industry averages are, which is like 3 to 4 months. So that means each person, lifetime for us, is worth like $300 to $400. Make sense? So then if we know how much they worth to us, $300 to $400, then we can begin to get a picture around how much we also can spend to acquire those customers. Because that tell me, hey, I can't spend $500 to get somebody, I'm only going to make $300 with, right, Till? Makes sense, right? But can I pay $100 to get somebody that's worth $300? Absolutely. And I know I can keep spending to get people in to keep rolling, right? So I'm going to move. So now I'm looking at, hey, how much does it cost me to acquire customers? Hey, how much am I making off the customers, right? Also, when I'm looking at how much we can make off the lifetime value to customers, I told you one of the things and one of the ways we're going to increase that is get customers to stay longer. So then one of the primary goals became focus on getting Propel members to stay in the program longer. That means we're looking for ways to engage them. That means we improve the onboarding process. A lot of y'all say, I like the TSP onboarding process, because we are intentional about the process. And we're always looking to improve it and refine it even more. Because we know if we can get you onboarded and into the program in a good fashion, we'll keep you longer. If we keep you longer and using the stuff, you will make more money. If you make more money with us, you ain't going nowhere. You will realize that, hey, I'm home.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Traffic, Sales, and Profit Show. Hey, do me a favor. If you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe and follow us on this platform right now to make sure you do not miss a beat as we drop new episodes and additional content every single week. Also, if you'd like to get access to a free paperback copy of my book, access to the TSP Traffic, Sales, and Profit free Facebook group, our challenges, resources, our events, and more, make sure you visit us at www.trafficsalesandprofit.com/podcast.